Hello, this is Matthew Frank. I'd like to say thank you very much for purchasing Intratrakker and welcome to this tutorial. Put this together for new people and also for current users of the system because there are quite a few updates I've actually put into this with a view to this being a lot easier and more useful. So what the screen we're looking at right now is essentially the main screen you'll see once you have actually accepted the license agreement and logged in. As you can see at the top we have a menu bar, and I guess I'll just start on the left hand side. If we have a look at the admin menu, we've got a change password link. I'll just show you that. I'm not going to spend too much time describing it, but you can change your password. You can also change your username if you feel like it on the screen by filling in the details. Okay, now the very first thing you'll do when you're actually using this system is import a site. So therefore we have the import site link, which we can click on right now. Okay, now we can do this in two ways. We can put in an address here, so I'll just put that in now. And I'll just pretend it's Google. Of course I don't own that, so I can't track it, but let's assume that that's what we're doing. And this optional local file to upload, some servers are not actually set up correctly, so they're unable to actually load a page from the web, or also you might just prefer to load it from your own desktop from a local file. However, if you wanted to upload a different file, you just hit the from your local machine, you'd hit the browse button and find whatever it is that you're actually wishing to upload. When it is uploaded, it will use that top link as the name for the system as to what page you're actually doing. So if I now hit the import button, it takes us to another screen which allows us to make sure we've got the right information. As you can see, we've got a preview up the top to show that yes, this is the Google page I was trying to do, and gives us a bit of information, average reading time and the word count of that page so far. At this point I can click the import confirm, which I won't do this time. It will take us to the next page, which I'll just show you a page which I've obviously created earlier, so you'll know what it looks like. So you'll basically import this page, create a local copy in the system, so if the page changes in future, it doesn't matter. So you can always go back to something you looked at and designed a year ago and compare it with how the site is performing today at a later date. So once you've actually hit the import confirm button, like I said, it loads it in, and then it'll take us to the page details page. And if we've just logged in, we would also get to the page details page by looking at the page details menu up the top there. And as you can see, we have Intratrakker.com and It's Not Another Diet. It's Not Another Diet.com with those three versions of the page. Those are examples which you will actually have in your own install. Intratrakker.com is what I've been working on. And okay, so I'll just go and have a look at version 3 for here. Now, we have up top there a brief description. That brief description is to appear in the menu, and if you have a look at there, for Intratrakker I filled out for this version here, I filled out the description. There's a little note to tell me what it was, and in that case I was trying a different video for the sales video that we actually have online for that page. It's really it's notes for you, and then anything more advanced, which is for your reference only, you can fill in under the notes. When you're done working on that, you'd hit the update button. The next things you can do there is you can hit the preview. There is actually something else I will show you now, which is also important, is all these tabs along the top, they actually do something. And if I put your mouse over details and click, got the details about what that is. As you can see, it says page name, notes, readability scores, and so on. It's actually the help for here. So if I click on the icon next to preview, it says display pages archive when tracking was set up, test mode, this will run the web page and so forth, blah blah blah. Okay, now if I click on preview, it'll just start showing those, but the important thing is when you want to know what these tabs do here, or want some more information, just clicking on those will actually show it to you. So the preview here, as it described in the little help text, is the copy of the page as it was originally imported. Like I said, that could be a year or so ago, the page may not even exist. anymore, and in the case of it's not another diet, the page doesn't exist anymore. And we also have a link for test mode. Now what that does is it will actually go to the web page as you specified it when you imported it. Of course it doesn't exist at this point, and it will put after it a question mark and p equals -100. What this tells you, of course, is that if you wanted to actually view one of your own web pages without having the tracking information go into the real Intratrakker tracking information, which you absolutely don't want, but you just want to make sure that the web page is still even working, then just put a p equals -100 after it. So that essentially consigns the Intratrakker information to test data and allows you to not stuff up your own tracking information. Okay, the other things you'll actually see along here are code PHP local, code PHP, code SSI ASP, and code JavaScript. Now, there's a lot of these tabs you're not actually going to use. The important thing is, the ones you're most likely to be using certainly straight away, is this one here, which I'll bring up the help. It says, use this code if the web page to be tracked is on the same server as Intratrakker only. The domain can be different as long as the server is the same. The web page must be a PHP file for this to work. In other words, if you're tracking a website and you want to track the main site on the main page on the site, it's index.php, you could use this code. Now if I click on this, you'll actually see it. And as you see, it says up the top there, insert this code in the last line before the closing body tag. Now essentially, what I'm talking about here is this code. If you take it like so and do a copy by doing a right click and hitting copy as I'm using here in my web browser, and then paste that before the closing body tag in the HTML of the page you're actually going to track, it will track every link, every button, every Google ad block, for example, that appears before it. So obviously it might be a little bit further up in the page before the closing body tag, but the closing body tag before the very bottom of the page is what I would recommend, because that's the simplest to remember, and it will actually track everything on the page that way. You'll see some options down here as well, which will change that code slightly, which are the same no matter what you're actually doing. The first is no affiliate link. If I tick that there and hit the update button, it changes the code slightly, and what that means is the affiliate link, which by default will actually appear in the tracking when you put on the page that you're actually installing the tracking on, that will not appear. So there's no link to the Intratrakker site with your affiliate code in, so therefore you don't have the opportunity of potentially earning some extra money there if someone actually buys off that affiliate link. Of course, it also hides the fact that you're using Intratrakker as well, so therefore you may actually like to do that. If you are using the affiliate link and potentially earning some money there, then you can fill out the font size and the font color if you wish to change it. So you could make the color black, for example. By default, the text that will appear here is a reasonably pale grey in a it's not a very large and obtrusive link, but it is there if people look for it.